Oh my God, Green Screen Entertainment fans, I'm excited about this one. I'm about to give you my thoughts, my feelings, my critiques, my understandings of the brand new James Cameron, like what, 13 something years in the making, Avatar: Way of the Goddamn Water. Now off the top, I'm not gonna spoil ish in this damn movie, but I'm gonna break it down like this. So, in the original Avatar, 2009, where we left off, Jake basically infiltrated the Na'vi. He became a little cuddly, if you will, with Neytiri. She was like one of the female leaders of the Na'vi, right? She teaches him how to do everything, so in that way he can tell his little army homies to come up in here and how to break them down, dismantle them, and get them off that rock, the unobtainium, if you will. But he switches up his feelings. He's starting to really feel her, so he can't allow the army dudes to do what they gonna do. He ends up fighting them off, sends those sky people back to Earth. He stays on Pandora with his lady, then transfers his consciousness permanently into his avatar body so they can hopefully live happily ever after. And that's when Avatar 2, Way of the Water, jumps off. We see everything that they've been up to over the past couple of years. They got kids, they teaching the kids how to do this, how to do that, how to hunt, right? But their kids are also blended, if you will, because obviously Jake is of true human descent, right? And Neytiri is true Avatar descent, or Na'vi descent, my bad. Anyway, so with all that said, their kids are blended, so that adds to a certain layer of issues, if you will. But the Sky People are back for their revenge and for the unobtainium. But they know that they got to take out one main dude in order to accomplish their feat, and that is Jake. So now his family is kind of on the run as they are trying to hunt them down, because they know that no matter what, if Jake is still alive, it's going to be a problem for them getting what they need to get. And Jake knows if y'all are still alive and y'all are still here, there's going to be a problem with me and my family living happily ever after. And that's pretty much what this film is about. We probably knew that's what it was going to be about when you saw the very first trailer. You knew what it was. I still think I kept it pretty vague, so hopefully don't get mad at me. Now, while I'm sitting here telling you that that's basically what the entire film is all about, with the James Cameron movie, what you got to give him credit for is his character development. So one element is us watching Jake and his family kind of adapt to just a literal different terrain and a way of life, and people that are completely different from them that they've never hung out with. So learning their culture, their experiences, how to live, how to navigate this region, if you will. And that's something that's very entertaining, but we might not always be able to connect with it. And like I said, what James Cameron is extremely good at is making us connect. So on top of that, the other layer is the family dynamic. Both of these families have their characteristics, right? Obviously, on the surface is going to be how Jake's family is blended and is very different and unnatural to anything that these other kids from this other family have ever experienced. So you get those layers, right? You get the siblings in each family. You got the middle child situation. You got the baby of the family situation, the older person situation. I got to look out for that person, that person. You have all of these dynamics that we've seen in a lot of blended family type films, high school, coming of age stories, things of that nature. All again on Pandora, different species and totally different conflict than maybe we're used to. But because of the things that we can connect with, that family element, the sibling element, things of that nature, along with the entertaining conflict and story that James Cameron's talking about on Pandora, it melds together very, very well. And you're on board throughout this entire saga. Because this movie is a damn saga. The whole story is going to end up being a saga. Now I'm going to transition over to a little bit of acting. Number one, obviously most of the actors that we're seeing are in the motion capture, at least the ones that we really care about. We're talking about Zoe Saldana, Sam Worthington, all the little kids, whoever played the other family members. I don't know, I didn't look it up. But the point is, everybody's doing a phenomenal job. I don't know about motion capture really, but I do understand that it's the actor and the animator who got to kind of come together and make this technology work for us to truly believe in it. I'll give James Cameron all the props in the world, knowing how much he is an industry leader when it comes to technology in film, because damn it, if I didn't feel like I'm looking at some real blue people having conflict and conversations and every little facial tick and twitch and whatnot that sells all the emotion that is supposed to be on screen. So the acting and the motion capture and those artists that do that and James Cameron's technology that he's brought to this film, big ups to all of that. Direction. I think that James Cameron is phenomenal with his direction and engaging us into a new world. The story, the conflict, keeping you in suspense when necessary, lighthearted moments that hit extremely natural. This movie has all of that. You're gonna get all that, okay? All right, now I think it's time to talk about the time of the movie. This movie clocks in at like just under 3.5 damn hours. I'm not playing with you. Just about 3.5 hours. Personally, I like a long movie that gives me a lot of world building and a lot of understanding why this person is acting or responding the type of way that they are, how it's going to affect this person over here, how it might affect those people over there. And I feel that James Cameron did an amazing job with all of the time that this movie was showcasing why this family is the way they are, why Jake and his family have to do what they need to do, who the villains are, why the villains are, what happened with the villains, how are they able to be and do and how and all that sort of stuff, how are they going to attack, what's their plan, like every little detail that you would need to be fully bought in and invested in a movie of this epic proportion. I'm talking about another world, another type of people. Sometimes you really have to sell and create a universe that makes sense. And I feel like James Cameron truly did that with this damn near 3.5 hour film. Some of y'all out there are going to be like, nah, he could have cut this out, cut that out, cut this out. It's true. But for me, I truly enjoyed it. So you're going to have to be the judge for yourself on the time. Now the question I'm sure that is on all of your minds, the one that's been burning in your minds this entire review. Is this movie truly worthy of a trip to the theater in 3D? Now to that, I would say, depends on who you are, right? If you're someone who hates 3D, maybe you get a headache wearing the glasses, whatever, or you just don't give a damn about it at all, go see it in 2D. You're going to be fine. It's a movie on a big screen. That's all that really matters. Now, if you're someone that's a little bit on the fence or you obviously love 3D, definitely see it in 3D because that's what this creator wanted us, or how the creator wanted us to experience this film as big as possible on an IMAX screen and in your face. Now, for me personally, I can care less about 3D, but when it comes to James Cameron, I'm definitely gonna go see 3D because it's him. I know he's not gonna do what some 3D films do, where they just film things in weird ways or make things go into the screen just because they're filming it in 3D, but it ain't got nothing to do with the damn story. So for me, it takes me out of it. With James Cameron, he films it in 3D so you can be a part of this world, and because of the way he's telling the story, he accomplished just that. Now, with that being said, you've reached it to the end of another review. Now, if I've kept you here this long and if I've entertained you and given you some knowledge and insight to what this film might bring you, do your homie a huge favor. Like, subscribe, hit that bell for them notifications. It really helps me out. I so much appreciate it. Yo, your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.